Hi Sloths, and welcome back to Ebon. In the last episode, we got out of Lonre's mansion and got confirmation that we were in the clear. And in doing so, we went and met Gawloyes for the first time, and he assigned to us 3 scouts to help us train to wield our bodies for the Cuthintal, or whatever you want to call it. And in this episode, well, it's one party to another because Duliae is throwing a party for us as well. Great. I'm not much of a party person, depending on who you ask. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought there. Basically, everything on the stats menu, it basically to me looks the exact same as last time. Maybe little bits have gone up, maybe little bits have gone down. Virtue and Might are almost exactly the same. I think Virtue and Chariot might be almost the exact same as well as Faith. But this time we are just gonna, since we've actually met Gawloyes in person this time, let's actually have a look at his compendium entry. So Gawloyes Millerose. Grand General of the Gallian forces, Gawloyes Millerose is an intimidating, fierce and clever elf. He is widely celebrated, beloved amongst his people, and often single-handedly charged with guiding the direction of his country, with some going so far as to call Gawloyes the true king of Gallia. Despite having achieved such prestige and maintaining his position for many years, he remains ambitious. Born in 876 V, whatever that is, he is among the oldest of Gallia, but age has done nothing to temper his bloodlust. Unnerving perseverance and unrelenting aggression inspire ferocity in those who follow him. And his long history of service and successful campaigns has inspired loyalty. He's very proud of his position, and he by no means intends to retire from it peacefully. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get into the rest of the episode. And let's hope that I don't stumble over my words too much, because I'm exhausted from the 2 and a bit hours of recording. Oh, this is not going well. Yeah, I don't know. I record all these in I usually do it 3 recordings in a row, depending on what it is I'm recording, where it's main stuff or if it's random bits that I just so happen to catch wind of whilst I'm playing, the glitch episodes or whatnot. And if you've seen the last couple of episodes, you kind of know that I've buggered things up and I ended up recording for 2 hours on end. And this is just going to cast it to 2.5 hours. And kind of sick of hearing my own voice at the minute. Oh dear. Anyway. The party had the relaxed atmosphere Duliae promised. It came as a relief as he'd hoped. I wasn't sure if I welcomed it, but I found myself relaxing. While the elves filling the room went few in number, the room wasn't packed. This also came as something of a relief, though it brought about suspicions of its own. Already stumbling out my words. Great, not fun at all. Duliae had, after all, made it seem like a great yawn. Ugh. See? Exhausted from recording. Ugh. Duliae had, after all, made it seem like a great many were eager to see me. To see the Cuthintal at least, and yet I had only caught a few curious stares, and they typically didn't linger. It was all very polite. The whole gentility of it all was something I'd become very unused to since my time in Gallia. As Duliae had said, it seemed like I was transcending mere survival. I wasn't sure if I needed to chase such thoughts from my mind, any comfort a danger. Was I truly any safer now than the first day I drank with Cuthintal? How wise was I to entertain vanities and arrogance? With an exhale, I breathed in the music. The smell of wine, the gentle laughter, and took a look around. How can you breathe in music and laughter? I can definitely attest to breathing in the smell of wine. But how do you breathe in music and laughter? That's strange. Lacey was in attendance, to my surprise, as well as Vaden. Duliae was in a conversation with a guest I didn't recognise, who seemed, well, livid. That's a word I don't hear very often, livid. Oof. Duliae enjoyed tension, I decided. Erna was standing near his brother, Harren laughing. Skylar was brooding, as per usual, and I found myself a little bit perplexed and wondering if this was her usual party demeanour. Probably. Eckeray loomed about, at least. I'd caught a glimpse of him early on, though I couldn't see where he was at the moment. Duliae had promised to throw him out once the party was over, promptly. Who is that? There. And there. Who are they? And who is she? That kind of looks like it's supposed to be like Calipoa or something, but I don't think it is. And that there definitely reminds me that it's supposed to be something like Duliae. I mean, look at all the purple in the background. I don't know who that is. I don't know. Whatever. Oh wait, what was that? Commander Calipoa spoke loudly enough that I could hear her from across the room. Though her words were in the Gawloyes language, I gathered from her tone that she'd been telling a joke. Chat with someone friendly, find somewhere comfortable to sit, antagonise someone. Now let's just finally sit down. Most of the elves in attendance were standing about in conversation, which left a number of the soft chairs lining the walls mercifully available and welcoming. Thinking I'd be able to shrink into a corner and be forgotten proved far too optimistic. Yeah, it's bloody Eckeray. And so we meet again, Mavis. Evidently, retreating to a wall proved I was vulnerable, beckoning the hounds. We've never been formally introduced. He bowed deep. Eckeray fillet. Fillet? Fly. Eckeray fly. Yeah, let's go with fly. I don't know why I'm still stuck in the Eckeray voice, but whatever. I found myself locked in response, unsure of what to do. It must have been apparent on my face because he laughed. Relax. You've been through an exhausting trial and you need to rest. Oh, and you need your rest or whatever, blah 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 blah. After all, it wouldn't do to have you at half strength. I feel quite rested actually. Did Duliae invite you? I find it difficult to believe Duliae invited you. Duliae owes me a lot of favours. And you used one, Eckeray, for this? Not very big favours then. Scoff. Let's just scoff. We don't like this bastard. I scoffed. At my mistress's behest. Behest? Beheast? Behest. I hope you don't think you're getting anything out of me. Ah, is that what you think this is? An interrogation? Torture, perhaps? Something I intend to draw out of you slowly, painfully, despite you? He shook his head, clicking his tongue at me. I need only watch you to get what I need, Mavis. And yet you are talking with me. I just wanted to say hello, and to wish you well in this exciting venture of yours. Finally, he's gone. Let's go and chat with someone friendly, someone who we can spill our guts and nerves to. And so I ventured toward... Obviously, it's going to be Harren. In fact, now let's talk to Calipoa first, because she seemed like she's having herself quite a good time. Oh, who is that? Commander? Mavis! She was standing next to another elf who looked considerably less at ease than she. I'm proud of you, Mavis. You are? Yes, I'll tell you. I saw another human called to his office before... Wait, what? I saw another human called to his office before and he fainted a step in the door. By the way, if you've not figured this out, Caliper is supposed to be drunk, so I'm just trying to give her a little bit of a drunk voice. You thought I would faint? Not really, but I thought it enough for the possibility to place a small bet on it. I said, in jest. Her sense of humour leaves a lot to be desired. This is Lichen Herox. Do I have him in the compendium? Lichen. I like that name. Lichen. No, there is no Lichen. And the other three, the scouts aren't in here either. That sucks. I'm glad I lost the bet, Mavis. Oh, the dogs are barking great. I don't know if you can hear it, but the dogs are like going mental downstairs. That's not fun. I just hope I'm not summoned for anything. I'll tell you who else is at that. Vaden. If I'd let you get killed after all this, well, it would have been less cruel to give him a sick kitten back on the bastion. Duliae is also thankful. I can call him Duliae now, your next Chandler. Did you notice that? Oh dear. I'll be back in a minute. My dogs are going mental. Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just got summoned for, well, someone just needed my help with, setting up keyboard and mouse. Because, someone, actually got a new keyboard and mouse and, they don't know much about computers and how to use them and stuff. And it was a wireless one, so they asked for my help. I'm a bit out of breath now. It just shows how unfit I am. Anyway, wait, where are we? Oh, not even on the right one. There we go. I'm going elsewhere, Caliper. Oh, I'm really out of breath. Friggin' hell. Lichen, she scoffed. I'm glad you're still with us, Mavis. It's been fun, watching all the chaos around you. Nothing's ever fun when it stays the same, Are you drunk? Commander Caliper, have you been drinking? What? No, this is... She clicked her tongue. Go on, I shouldn't keep you. Besides, I'm going to get into a little mischief and you're too dangerous to have around with that Cuthintal of yours. Yep, she is pissed as a biker. I have no idea why I said as a biker, but, you know, she's drunk as fuck. Chat with someone friendly. Yes, let's chat with someone friendly. And who could be more friendly than Vaden? Vaden is too friendly, sometimes. Haven't heard Vaden's voice in a while. I think it's supposed to be like a soft, sweet, nice kind of guy. Hopefully. Vaden was talking with a pair of twins. The closer I got, I realised the twins also looked a great deal like Vaden. Those are Vaden's sisters. Vaden has two twin sisters. Or his two sisters are twins. And he's just the odd one out. I have no idea. I guessed at first they were siblings, but recalling how strange elves aged, they could have been anyone to him. Daughters even. Oh, don't say that. Hello, Vaden. It's so good to see you, Mavis. I actually saw Grand General's introduction firsthand. I couldn't believe my eyes. The twins looked between me, Vaden, twice before settling their gaze on him. With expectation, I found myself smiling awkwardly. Quinlidell. Oof. Quinlidell. That's a fun name, Quinlidell. Vaden, are you going to introduce us? I don't know which one Quinlidell is. So... I don't know. I don't know which one it is, so I can't really give it much of a voice. It will. Oh, sorry, Mavis. These are my sisters, Quinlidell and Rasan. I'm going to say Rasan because it's like Rasan. Or maybe it's supposed to be Rasanya. I'm going to go with Rasan. Or Rasan even. Oh, sisters. I was wondering if they were your daughters. Oh, how terrifying. Indeed. We're not nearly tender-hearted enough for that. Oh yeah, that's definitely the smug one with the very strange looking piggy nose. I'm gonna call that a piggy nose. That definitely seems like a piggy nose. So Rasan seems to be the one who she's like that one right there, and I think the Queen Liddell is this one. Probably. I have no idea. We're not nearly tender-hearted enough for that. She's gonna have a snooty voice because she looks snooty, even though she's got a little piggy nose. Piggy nose. Imagine people with piggy noses are usually quite snooty. You know, they stick their noses up at people all the time. I have no idea. You must have a big family. Your relatives are everywhere, which is true. Our extended family, yes. But Vaden, my twin, and our little sister are all varies of us siblings. None of us have had children of our own yet. I don't know what sort of voice that was. That just kept changing. A fairly small family for an elf. Really? Because to hear Lacey say it... Vaden snorted and shook his head. He'll say whatever suits him. It doesn't need to be true. Are you two both scouts as well? No, we're healers. Which is far better than scouts, because we don't kill people. We're so much better. Ha 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 ha. Little tangent there. In training. Healers in training. We've nearly completed our training. Younger sisters then. The twins nodded. So three little sisters, Vaden. Sounds about right. What does that mean? I shrugged innocently. You know, just things and stuff and things. Well, I wouldn't suggest your troubles are all behind you, but you've come a long way. I'm very impressed. We are as well. Vaden's mentioned the perils of your situation. I'm excited to learn more about the Cuthintal. She seems very smug. That voice did not sound very smug though. I just realised they all have like pretty much the exact same eye colour. That's cool. If you find yourself wanting the opinions of healers, we'd be glad to assist. I caught sight of Vaden rolling his eyes. Anyway, Mavis, how are you feeling? Isn't that just like him? Boring and sweet. He's too kind and too soft. I'm not sure I've got a full grasp of the situation yet, but relieved, I guess. All three nodded. Yes, of course. Anyone would be. Like I said, still not out of the fire, but I guess the odds have shifted. Though I'm certainly not clever enough to tell more than that. Maybe we could help. Study your body. No thanks. Mavis, come look at this painting. Just sort of drags us away from his sisters. I followed him, fully aware he was simply fleeing his sisters. Yep, that's true. Who also seemed fully aware of the fact. I'm sorry about them. They're wonderful, don't worry, knows family her. Let's be like, yeah, don't worry about it, they're just people. Don't worry, Vaden. He smiled. Listen, I wanted to tell you, well, I'm glad things worked out for you with Lonre. He's not a very stable man. He exhaled even, not exhaled, uneasily. I wish I could have gone with you to that party. Even. Harren said some of those Biwana Crimson Blake apothecaries tried to poison you. Biwana. I don't know if Biwana is anything in the compendium lore Biwana. Just looking for things about the Biwana. Well, that's the Crimson Lake, but nothing about Biwana. Whatever. Anyway, but you survived on your own. It's a party. though, and in Duliae's house, where I'm confident he frowns on dueling. So, congratulations, Mavis. Justice may be found in Gallia after all. I doubt it. Let's continue to chat with someone friendly, and let's talk to Harren, because Harren is like the best. Harren was grinning when he pulled me away from the others. His eyes were bright and dancing, so happy that you would think he was the one who had escaped death. But that's just Harren in general. I take it you're enjoying yourself? You are amazing, Madrilee. I laughed at the sincerity in his voice. I never doubted Harren's appreciation of me, at least at certain parts of me. And the beauty of it all, the most surprising and indeed the most extraordinary thing, it wasn't the Cuthintal at all. It's almost as if... He stared at me, lost for words, face speaking volumes. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. I simply think you are wonderful. Madrilee. I exhaled a breath I hadn't realised I'd been holding. I'd never known anyone nearly so complimentary, so unabashedly adoring, and I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to handle him. You and that word, you think I'm amazing. I understand. How much have you had to drink, Harren? Harren probably just drinks and drinks and drinks and is always the same. That's pretty much like the gist of Harren. I don't know. Ignore the banging if you can hear that in the background. Someone's doing something. I don't know what. But you and that word. You and that word, Harren. It suits you. How many other women does it suit? No. Thora. She was never... He laughed. Never like you. And she thinks that word I call her means... Belle something, but no. He smiled at me, searching my face, mischief on his own. It means harpy, the sound of a harpy. It does? Can I tell her? No, he laughed. No, my father needs her for business. It's all business, Madrilee, darling, love. What do you like? Anything, it's yours. I think Harren might have had a little bit too much to drink. Just a little bit. I'm so glad my father managed to protect you. I knew he'd see reason. I knew it. How? How did you know that? He can see things that matter, Madrilee. I laughed. I was amused, flustered, flattered, annoyed. I was just flattered. Just Harren flatters me so. I grinned at him, assuming something of a coy posture. I can't say I mind having someone so adoring on hand. Oh, flirtation. I can't say that I mind the Cuthintal chose such a beautiful woman. There's a little more to me than that, you know. As I hope to find, Madrilee. I think that's what you already did find. That's what you was going to say, but you kind of stopped yourself because, I don't know, reasons. Enjoy your celebration. Duliae. What a creep. Thank you for coming, Mavis. The voice from behind came as a surprise, startling me. I spun around and gave him an unimpressed look. Nevertheless, his pleasant composure persisted. I looked past him at the elf he'd been talking to and found him staring at us with an annoyed expression. What did you say to him? Duliae turned to look behind him briefly, returning his gaze and smiled to me afterwards. Nothing at all. I was a touch rude, I suppose, but it is my house, and thus those little luxuries afforded to me. If there's anyone you wish to be introduced to, let me know. Many would be thrilled to have a chance to speak with you. Those who would not will instead thrill me as they squirm. Squirm, great. Is that Lonre over there? Yes. What is he doing here? It seemed only fair. I don't think you cared very much about fairness. Hurtful. Nevertheless, he smiled at me. You look refreshed. It's heartening to see. From here on out, darling, don't fucking call me that, you creep, we are making decisions from a position of power. You are no longer hidden. He took my hand before I had a chance to protest and lifted it into the air. May we be bold. May you shut the hell up. A chorus of elves shouting, Joel? Joel? I'm going to say Joel, so Joel, yay. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Something like, yep, cheers, I'll drink to that, woohoo. A hearty yay, maybe? I have no idea. The second time in 2 days, a bunch of elves shouted a word I didn't know at me. Nevertheless, I had a feeling I could agree with the sentiment. I was going to let myself relax, even if this sense of victory was a lie. I was determined to enjoy whatever I could. I'd been training with my team for a month. Oh, time skip to a month. Oof. Random time skip to a month even. They were patient with me, the way people who were ordered to be patient were. I'd grown popular. I was recognised when walking the streets, eyes lingering not because I was a human, but because I was the human. Though they'd been teaching me to use weapons, it was all in secondary effort to my progression with the Cuthintal. My physical training was simply practicing discipline. I'd come to understand where the real power was meant to come from, this mystery within me. I was able to summon Cuthintal. I wasn't able to summon Cuthintal reliably. Ooh, this, I don't know what choice this is supposed to be. I don't know what impact this has. Maybe if I summon the Cuthintal, that's when things go kablooey. But if I don't summon the Cuthintal, maybe things are more like, I don't know. Would it kill me? Last time I was all about summoning the Cuthintal, but this time the Cuthintal kind of doesn't seem to be interested in us, so let's do that. I was not able to bring the Cuthintal to me, not usually, not on command. It seemed to choose entirely when it wished to make itself known. In fact, no, I'm sorry, I have a bad feeling that's going to kill us. So let's just summon the Cuthintal and be like, yeah, we can control this bastard now. I was able to summon it now with more reliability. Oh, my voice is going. Ugh, words. 9 times out of 10, I could at least bring about a momentary haze. It felt simply like asking the thing within me for its help. Sometimes I had to demand, and sometimes it still refused, but usually I had my way. The balance of power, shifting. Duliae was utterly pleased. He had acquired something priceless and accomplished something that was no small feat amongst his peers. His peers. He was very, very aware of their admiration for him. Frequently I'd come from my room to find him talking to someone. The subject, vanity aside, was usually myself. It was getting to the point where I found it difficult not to assume everyone was talking about me. Perhaps I'd become a bit vain. Duliae's conversations would typically go something like, "Why, yes, she does sometimes glow. No, I don't think that's appropriate. But I'll give it some work and we'll see if we can work something out." It seemed very much like he was barring and selling my time, bits of me, but rarely did he ever actually bring requests to me. The last thing he'd asked me to do was present a Cuthintal haze to a group of soldiers. They all came to Duliae's estate, lined up in this hall, and waited for me in silence. When it was done, Duliae thanked me and took all the soldiers into another room. That was that. Relatively painless, quite suspicious, as always. And I think we're going to have to end that there. I am completely and utterly done with recording for today. Ugh. Let's just save real quick. Where black is fire. Oh, I think I might know where that's going. I think in the next episode we are actually going to choose who our love interest actually is. So definitely stay tuned for that. Wow. Can't believe we're almost done with the game already. Well, I say almost, but it's not that almost done. It's just a little bit of time. Maybe another 4, 5, maybe 6 episodes. Another 2 weeks. Probably. Something like that anyway. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, even if this was like me being dead. Oh, I feel so drained from all this recording. I really shouldn't do it all in one day. But oh well. It's only because I did a little buggery up earlier. So, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, it's always free. And on your way out of this video, just give that notification bell a little ding, just like poke it a little bit. Because usual recommendations suck balls. Oh dear. Please don't clip that. I have a funny feeling someone later down the line is just going to come clip me saying stupid things like that. Oh, I feel too tired and drained to even care right now. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you later.